know very well in Stanford. Have a lot of respect for both their players and their coaching staff, having competed against them for the last 9 years. Has always been a great game, has always been a close game, physical battle. Offensively, obviously one of the better rushing attacks there's been in our conference over the last 9 years. Bringing a premier rusher, as we all know, in Bryce Love, you know, seeing them last week against San Diego State with a loaded box, they had to resort to the passing game, and I think that's what's been kind of the biggest change for them over the last year, is to be able to, the advancement of KJ Costello, what David has done with him, and how he has progressed has been impressive, to be honest with you. To have both JJ out there and Trent Irwin out there and Colby Parkinson, those big targets with a lot of experience. They loaded the box, created one-on-one outside, and passed for over 300 yards. So I think that has made them a more dangerous offense and harder to defend. Defensively, really impressed with their personnel right now, especially their two edge players. I think they've always had that great 3-4 front, where those edge players do a tremendous job of not letting the ball outside, and it showed up last week. You know, San Diego State's a tremendous rushing football team that held them to 150 yards, and then did an unbelievable job in the rushing attack, in the pass game also. So, going to be a great challenge. Obviously, a big conference game for us, and we look forward to going up north. Injury-wise, as you saw today, we got Toa back for practice today. Looked good. He got the service and the team reps, and we'll see how that goes. See how he feels tomorrow. EA was back today. He practiced, looked good. We pulled him about halfway through practice, but he felt great. We were just being preventative. Liam Jimmins got back for some work. He's got a little bit of that sore toe, but we made it back. And then Josh Follow is getting closer, but no full pads today, but getting closer. With that, I'll take any questions that you have.
Clay, Bryce Love's kind of a one-of-a-kind, kind of running back. How do you adequately simulate him in practice, and how do you think Quincy's doing?
I tell you what, it's hard, because you're talking about a kid that has 4.3 speed, but has some of the best patience you have ever seen. He's not a kid that really, you don't see him bounce outside, and he's a kid that believes in his lineman. He hides right behind him, stays patient, and as soon as he sees a gap, he explodes. That same patience that a Le'Veon Bell has, he's got that, and that's what all great runners have. But then you cannot simulate 4.3. I mean, that speed is unique, and just like Coach Shaw has always had, he's tremendous out of the backfield. They started that with Christian and McCaffrey, and Bryce has just carried that over. So he's a 1-2 punch. He can beat you in a one-on-one matchup in pass routes, and then obviously they can hand it to him as much as 30 times a game.
With the way San Diego did load the box, and I think they held him to like 50 yards. How delicate is that of a balance for you as a coach? Because you could do that, but then you're playing with fire.
Yeah, we went back the last 2 games, and we stressed how important today is. Today is our first and second down plan, and when we looked at our first and second down efficiency against them last year, especially first down, it was under 3 yards first down efficiency. I think it was about 2.6, to be honest with you. And that really helped us, because when you're talking about them being in 3rd and 7 to 10 compared to 3rd and 1 to 3, at 3rd and 1 to 3 versus Stanford, they're the best in the world at making that. So we preached to our kids all week how important those first downs would be for us, and it'll be that same way this time around.
What did you learn about JT during the spring when he was coming up here while he was still in high school, and how important was all the field work and stuff he did at that time to help get him ready to where he's at?
Yeah, well, I thought he made a huge investment. I mean, from the day he signed, we sent him the playbook, and he dived right in it. Making the time for himself to come out here and watch practices, and be able to take that playbook and then be able to watch kids run it out here in practice. And then you saw him in the summer. He was just serious about his business. He was kind of a shut up and work mentality, both in strength and conditioning, the the amount of film work that he did, the PRP opportunities, and then he took it to the park in training camp, and obviously it paid off in game one. Now we've got 11 more to do, and the road gets even harder as we go on. This is a big test here, and I'm hoping that he continues to do what he did in the first game, is just, take what the defense gives him, don't force the ball, let his playmakers make plays.
If he wasn't local and wasn't able to come up as frequently as he did, do you think he would be in a place where he would have been able to start an opener?
I think in JT's case, he's such a savvy football instinctive kid. He was one of those kids that was going to study daylight till dark. It does help, I think, being a local product, come here and actually watch it in spring ball, to be able to do that. But I think, to be honest with you, Kyle, I think he's just one of those kids. You hand him a playbook, he's going to know it in a week. He's going to know it inside and out.
You said he's still a kid and he does kid things. Do you
Yes.
see him do kid? What are the kid things he does?
He's got a very dry sense of humor, and he keeps it light. He doesn't get too serious about things, he's still a guy that likes to joke around with other guys. He's a guy's guy, and I think the players like that about him.
How beneficial do you think it is for his development to have his second game be an opponent like this?
Well, I've always thought that the greatest work that you can get is right here on this practice field, and the fire that he was under in training camp of going against our ones, and that pass rush, who was the best pass rusher in the country last year from a production standpoint, I think helps you. Now being able to do that in the arena and stay focused and stay disciplined, to be able to take what the defense gives you is the next step for him. And he had, I think, 35 opportunities the other day, and really forced one ball. He got glued in on one dig route where he eyed it pretty heavily, and we got fortunate that it wasn't a turnover. But 34 out of the 35 opportunities, he went to the right place.
How long will it take for the other receivers to catch up to JT's ball placement? It seems like Amon St. Brown has a good indication of where JT likes to place the ball. How long will it take for the other receivers to kind of catch up to that?
I think it gets better each and every day. And I saw Trayvon Sidney go out there and make 3 great plays, 2 huge third down plays. I think when you get in real live games and you finally see, what he can do with the ball, it takes a little bit of time. But these guys are pros. I know Tyler Vaughns and Michael Pittman are going to go out there and shine. That's who they are. And you just get ready. They're going to have the opportunity to make big plays, and they've been known for big plays. They'll do it again.
When you're going against the KJ Costello, Arcega Whiteside, Trent Irwin, how much is the secondary going to be tested this week?
Very much so. They're as good a jump ball team as there is out there. I know they practice it a bunch. When you get inside the 10-yard line, the fade is coming. It was almost to be able to watch for San Diego State. There was one time it looked like a basketball post-up. It looked like a power forward, and he went up and made the play. So it's something that they do. They all have great high ball skills. I know David has always recruited length and height at those positions. And I tell you, I give credit to KJ. You don't see him overthrow too many wide receivers. He gives his kids chances to make plays.
Let's do one more. How do you feel about this game against Stanford? Always being week 2, 3.
It is what it is. It's locked in because of our because we both played Notre Dame later in the season, so that's the agreement with the leagues and the university. So it always will be one of the first 3 games. It doesn't matter. You're gonna when you're USC and with our schedules, you're gonna either have 9 Pac-12 conference games, Notre Dame, the likes of Texas, Alabama. It's coming. They're all good. So if it's game 1, 2, or 3, it's your job to be prepared and be ready. Thanks, Jordan. Thanks, guys.